So where I stand in my own personal development, this is how I see things. There are only two things that matter in life. Two things. One, one is to know what your life purpose is, what your deep purpose is, what your goal is, what your vision is. Why you're here on this planet for. Why you're here. What do you want from life? That is one. And the other thing is knowing that every time you can make a choice, every time you get to do something or be in a certain way, you can make a choice. So every time in life you have a choice, and you can choose even not to make a choice, and that is a choice as well, because you choose between choosing and not having a choice. So that's a choice as well. You can even choose pain and suffering if you want, because you have that choice. So two things in life: knowing your purpose and knowing that you always have a choice. But here is where it gets interesting with the choice. You can always make two kinds of choices. One choice that empowers you and one choice that disempowers you. Every time you make a choice, you either empower yourself or disempower yourself. Think about it this way. With every choice you make, you make a deposit or you make a withdrawal from a bank account that is called my empowerment. So every time you make an empowering choice, and an empowering choice is a choice that keeps you in line with your life's purpose, that gets you closer to what you want in life. Every time you make that kind of choice, you make a small deposit in this bank account that's called my empowerment. Or you can call it I can. And every time you make a choice that's not in line with your purpose, that's disempowering to you, you make a withdrawal from this account. From this account that we call my empowerment, my own power. So remember this, you always have a choice, and every choice you make, you either make a deposit in your empowerment or you make a withdrawal. The more choices that you make that are in line with your vision, with your purpose, the more powerful you become. The more choices you make that are not in line with your deep purpose, the more withdrawals you make from this account and the less empowered you become. I'll give you an example. I had a client this morning and we talked about just this. And he told me about colleagues at work who brought several dozen. A little interruption here. He's in a journey of getting in absolutely great shape, right? And he said, guess how many donuts I had? I said, how many? He said, 0. And I said, guess what that means? It's not like if you had a single bite of a donut would have taken you all the way back. Wouldn't even made a difference. But guess what? You made a huge deposit in your bank account of your own empowerment. And here is where it gets even more interesting. The more deposits you make in your empowerment account, over time, this account becomes so big, your level of personal power becomes so vast that when you make more empowering choices in your own life, you actually start making deposits in the empowerment accounts of those around you. You become a role model. Every time you make a choice that empowers you, you actually empower them. And this is how life goes. Two things: knowing your deep purpose and knowing that you always have a choice. And with each choice, you either disempower yourself or you empower yourself. And the more empowering choices you make, the more you begin to empower others. Love you very much and force. See you next time. Bye.